You're craving the coastal life, but you can't decide between Wilmington, North Carolina and Charleston, South Carolina. Well, one's got sweet tea and centuries old charm. The other has got surfboards, startups, and way more breweries than churches. I may be slightly partial to Wilmington. I mean, I do live here, but I love visiting Charleston, and I work with a lot of buyers who are torn between these two amazing cities. So today, I'm breaking down the differences to help make that choice a little easier, or at the very least, help you decide which one you should start your next chapter lifestyle home search in. Hey guys, I'm Toni, your new favorite interior designer and real estate agent right here in Wilmington, North Carolina. I help buyers and sellers make smart moves and make their homes look good doing it. If you're into dreamy homes, honest advice, and maybe a little sass with your salt air, hit that subscribe button below and give this video a big thumbs up and let's dive in. All right, now that we've got the intros out of the way, let's get into the good stuff. Because listen, both Wilmington and Charleston are giving major coastal energy, but they are not the same flavor of sweet tea. One's got a little bit more lemon and the other's all honey and history. So let's start with what really sets the tone, which is the vibe, because that's honestly what most people are really asking when they say, so what's it like there? Charleston is elegance and etiquette in a coastal package. It's historic, charming, and a little bit bougie, but in a really good way. You've got pastel facades, horse-drawn carriages, cobblestone streets, and neighborhoods that look like they were built for Southern Living magazine photo shoots. It's polished, curated, and full of tradition. The architecture alone makes you feel like you've stepped back in time and may even encourage some vintage boutique shopping after a patio brunch with mango mimosas. There's a strong sense of preservation, pride, and status in Charleston. People dress a little nicer. Brunch is an institution. There's a rhythm to life that's refined, whether you're sipping cocktails in the French Quarter or attending a garden party in Mount Pleasant. Wilmington, on the other hand, is super coastal cool without the corset. It's got a youthful, creative, and more relaxed energy. Hand-painted murals, surfboards, indie boutiques, and breweries that host poetry nights. It's artsy without being pretentious. You've got beach towns like Wrightsville and Carolina Beach right next door, plus a historic downtown that still feels authentic and accessible. Wilmington is full of people chasing a laid-back lifestyle without the pressure to impress. It's more about community and creativity than prestige. You'll kind of see a lot of flip-flops, even in the nicer restaurants, and paddleboards strapped to Teslas. Basically, if Charleston is the cocktail party, Wilmington is the beach bonfire. Both are fun, but totally different moods. Now, let's talk about what these lifestyles actually cost. Charleston is beautiful, and that comes with a higher price tag. Median home prices are significantly higher than the national average, especially in areas like Mount Pleasant, downtown, or anywhere with proximity to the water. You're not just paying for square footage, you're paying for zip code, history, and that polished lifestyle. And you cannot forget about the added costs like flood insurance, HOA fees, and property taxes that increase that baseline cost quickly, especially in older or historic homes. Utilities, groceries, and restaurants tend to be a bit more expensive too. It's very much a you get what you pay for situation, but that means you're also paying a lot for the scenery and the reputation. Wilmington, while also rising in popularity, is generally more affordable. Home prices here are more manageable, especially in neighborhoods just outside of downtown or a little further from the beaches. Whether you're looking for a townhome in a newer development, a charming cottage, or something close to the surf, you've got a wider range of price points that don't require a trust fund. And daily expenses like groceries, services, and dining, they tend to be lower too. You can absolutely live well here on a more reasonable budget. Plus, Wilmington gives you room to grow equity over time since it's still in its on the rise phase compared to Charleston's already arrived status. If you want coastal life without the luxury markup, Wilmington definitely wins this round, hands down. Now, let's talk lifestyle. This one is huge because even the prettiest zip code gets boring fast if it doesn't fit your vibe. Charleston is all about culture, cuisine, and curated experiences. You've got winning restaurants, art galleries, designer boutiques, and historical sites on nearly every block. There's always a festival, a fundraiser, or a 5-course tasting menu on the calendar. It's elegant, established, and it kind of expects you to dress the part. You won't run out of things to do, especially if you love dining, shopping, or attending events that involve seersucker and champagne. Wilmington, on the other hand, leans heavily into the outdoor fun, local charm, and that casual coastal lifestyle. There are farmers markets, paddleboard meetups, film festivals, local art crawls, and a ton of live music. People spend their weekends in hammocks, not high heels. The food scene is super strong, but more eclectic than formal, and you're more likely to find a pop-up taco truck than a fine dining tasting menu. It's an ideal lifestyle for people who want access to the beach, creative outlets, and community events without the pressure to dress it all up. My 2 cents, Charleston is the place to vacation like a queen, but Wilmington feels more like a place you can actually live like one. Now, let's talk homes because aesthetics do matter, and these two cities have very different personalities when it comes to real estate. Charleston offers Southern charm on steroids, basically. Tall, skinny row houses with double porches, colorful facades, iron gates, and those gorgeous old hardwood floors. But behind that beauty, a whole lot of maintenance. Many of the homes are over 100 years old and come with the quirks, rules, and repair costs to prove it. You're not just buying a home, you're taking on its legacy. It's stunning, but it can be a high effort. Wilmington, on the other hand, has way more variety. In the historic downtown, you're going to find vintage craftsman bungalows and Victorian gems with original character. But just a few blocks over, there's new construction with open floor plans, modern finishes, and space for your paddleboard and pups. It's easier to find move-in ready homes that don't require a renovation budget the size of a Bravo wedding. And let's talk style, because that is totally my forte as a designer. Wilmington leans more coastal modern, neutral tones, light woods, breezy spaces. You'll still see shiplap, but it's balanced with practical layouts and natural textures. Plus, there's way more room, larger lots, wider streets, and more of that I can breathe here feeling. So if you're into formal elegance, Charleston does deliver. But if you want functional coastal vibes that still feel chic, Wilmington is the design savvy choice. All right, now that we've walked through the vibe, the costs, and the lifestyle, and the real estate, let's get real. Which city is actually right for you? Here's the deal. If you're someone who loves tradition, structure, and a little grandeur in your daily life, Charleston might be your soulmate. It's classic, elegant, and steeped in history. It's ideal for folks who value architecture, high-end dining, and a lifestyle that feels curated and established. If you're okay with a higher price point, a bit more formality, and a city that's already fully bloomed into its identity, Charleston gives you all of that, and then some. But if you're more of a gimme sunlight, surf, and some creative freedom person, Wilmington is going to feel like home. It's way less polished, but more relaxed. The energy is younger, the people are friendlier, and the opportunities to grow, both personally and financially, are real. If you want to be near the beach without sacrificing affordability or personality, this is definitely your city. And honestly, you don't have to be either or forever. Plenty of people vacation in Charleston all the time and live in Wilmington. You can love them both, but when it comes to living, it's about what aligns with your priorities now. So ask yourself, do you want charm that comes with a price or chill that comes with options? I am biased, of course. I live in Wilmington and I love it here. I think Wilmington, North Carolina is one of the most underrated and fabulous coastal towns on the East Coast. It has this fresh, welcoming, slightly scrappy energy that makes it easier to build a life, not just snap cute vacation photos. If you are thinking about making a move, hit that subscribe button below and drop a comment with where you're leaning, Team Wilmington or Team Charleston. You can also message me anytime for help buying, selling, or styling your dream home right here on the coast. As an interior designer and real estate broker, I love helping people not only find the right city, but find the right home in that city, one that actually fits your life, your budget, and your style. Whether you're dreaming of surfboards and screened porches or piazzas and pastel shutters, I am here to help you figure it all out and make it look cute in the process. So until next time, I'll see you next week. And remember, you don't need $1 million budget to live your coastal dream. You just need a good eye, a good agent, and maybe a good margarita. See ya.